the Chinese threat were to disappear, in large part, that the United States and India would not be anywhere near as friendly as they will be if China continues to rise. Inevitable is too strong a word. A competition between India and China already exists. And if China continues to grow economically at an impressive pace, and China becomes even more powerful relative to India than it is today, that competition will heat up. For example, I expect China, if it continues to grow economically, to build the blue water navy that can project power into the Persian Gulf. And if that is the case, that Chinese navy will come through the Indian Ocean. That China will be deeply interested in making sure that its lines of communication from the east coast of China through the Straits of Malacca, through the Indian Ocean into the Persian Gulf are secure. And in the process of making its lines of communication into the Persian Gulf secure, it will upset the Indians and it will upset the Americans. I think that relations between the United States and India over time will be profoundly affected by just how powerful China is. And I think if the Chinese threat were to disappear, in large part, that the United States and India would not be anywhere near as friendly as they will be if China continues to rise. Alliances are not forever. Alliances are designed to deal with specific threats. And when those threats go away, the alliances usually disappear. One main concern is the border between China and India. I think the Chinese want to grow very powerful relative to India, and they would then like to settle the border dispute on China's terms. I mean, let's face it, India wants to settle the border dispute with China on terms that are favorable to India. And China, of course, wants to settle that same dispute on terms that are favorable to China. And the best way to do that is to be really powerful. The Chinese fully understand that. The Chinese understand the Chinese understand what happens when you're weak in international politics. They call it the century of national humiliation. The Chinese were once weak and other great powers took advantage of them. They do not intend to ever be weak again. And therefore, if they do become more powerful relative to India than they are now, they will push hard to resolve the border dispute in their favor.